day, oh no, second day of the new year. I guess the third day of the new year, depending on your time zone. And yesterday I started building up this cool Christmas present for my son, and then Jago 71829 Lloyd's Green Forest Dragon. Very cool build and enjoying it. And let's see, yesterday, if you were with me, we got to like the first half of, or through the first half of the build. So not too bad. And this is only a 2-bag build, so I think we can handle starting out the new year with a simple build and then work our way to this right here, this Harry Potter astronomy tower. Of course, there in the background, you have the bigger set we finished up through New Year's Eve, the Dragonstone Shrine, another Ninjago set. And we got Brick Therapy here to welcome you here. I'm here this time, says not Emerald. Psh, yeah, not Emerald, welcome, good to see you here. Not Emerald says, that's cool, I got my dad to get the ninja character display for me, and I am so excited. Awesome, not Emerald. We were at the Lego store today, and we walked in there. That place was so busy, and it's crazy. At the window display, there was some of the cool sets that I'm sure most people were looking for. The Speed Champions, the new Speed Champions edition of Lightning McQueen, and then the new Speed Champions edition of Back to the Future. The Creel House, right as you walked into the Lego store, was in a window case display. Looked pretty good, but you could tell the January 1st release was smashing success. So much so that even in the display case, the minifigures that were inside the Creel House were all knocked down. It was kind of sad, and you could tell they hastily yanked out the gift with purchase because the little display sign that said free with purchase of the Creel House, that thing was yanked out. There's nothing there. They had it posted around the store, but false advertising, man. It's all gone. It's sold out. And yeah, the Ninjago sets, what's it called? The Ninja character display. Ninjago was totally wiped clean. I mean, people, whatever they could find there to get that was new was totally gone. I think maybe one Star Wars set was all that's left. But yeah, enjoyed going into the Lego store and seeing what was there. We saw the one set that was still there was the modular set, the new modular set, the shopping center. It didn't seem like there was much interest in that. I mean, you couldn't compete with the Creel House though. So that was on display. There was a few boxes there. The larger Ninjago set, the 15th anniversary set, was on display in a window case. It looked really good. And we walked over to the section there where the Ninjago sets were, and I think there was a few boxes. And then we left the store and came back because it was so crowded. And afterward, after like maybe 40 minutes or an hour or so, we went back into the Lego store and it was gone. Even that was sold out. So people are buying up some Lego for the new year. Awesome. Let's see, Not Emerald says, I got it from the app when it came out. Awesome. Wait, the app? Does Lego have an app now? That's cool, Not Emerald. Now I'm patiently waiting. Yeah, that's the only thing, right? If you don't buy at the store, you gotta wait for shipping. Although I've had success the last couple times I ordered from Lego.com. I think it's only been about a 2-day shipping time, which I was surprised as busy as they are with new sets. And these were sets I ordered like on release day, like the gingerbread AT-AT, this guy right here. I ordered that on release day and got it like 2 days later. So yeah, maybe you'll get your Ninjago Ninja display quick. Chris Vick says, have not seen you since last year. Oh, correction, Chris Vick. I do believe I saw you yesterday, my friend. Justin Jago says, I've been saving for months for this set I'm buying when it's restocked. Yes, awesome. Justin Jago. Psh, which one was that again? Was it a Ninjago set? So yeah, I'm hoping things get restocked again. I wasn't really into or excited about getting anything on this release day. The Creel House looks like a pretty interesting and probably a fun set. I'm not into that theme, so not a big deal for me. But those new Ninjago sets look really good. I can wait on those. Oh yeah, and the Blacksmith House. Maybe that's the one you're talking about. Just Ninjago. That one, they didn't even have that on the shelves anywhere. Like even there were some empty shelves of sets that were sold out, like the Soundwave Transformer and the Speed Champions for Back to the Future. But yeah, other stuff was just completely gone. No presents whatsoever. And yeah, there were still people buying up. I think the botanical sets are pretty popular because there's a lot of people just buying botanical sets. Go figure. Excuse me. Again, not interested in that theme. They look cool, but I would not go out of my way to go to a Lego store for that. So if you like Lego, if you like talking about Lego, tell me if you're, what did you get for the New Year's release? There was quite a lot of sets. Oh yeah, and the new minifigure series is out. Actually, I didn't even notice that at the Lego store. This Lego store was pretty well, it looked like they had a clearance. Like there was empty shelves and not too much replacement of sets going on. Like there were some sets being brought back out to restock the shelves, but definitely none of the popular ones. You kind of hope, like you kind of think, well, maybe at some Lego stores they'll still have some sets that may be sold out on Lego.com. I've seen that before, but not this time. All the popular stuff was gone. Let's see. Not Emerald says, I'm also getting the blacksmith shop for a holiday I celebrate, but we'll have to wait. Yeah, that's a good one. Again, those are some great sets. I will be patient on those as well. No rush. And I think hopefully after maybe a month or two, a lot of that stuff will just be easy to get again. Although I don't know about the Creel House. A lot of these new releases seem to be popular when there's the gift with purchase or Lego creates that FOMO. But then after that, it's not really a big deal anymore. Like the Goonies set, there were quite a few of those on the shelves. No Captain Jack Sparrow ship though. That thing was gone too. So interesting to see what was there. Justin Jago says, yeah, I looked at Target and 2 Walmarts and they were sold out. Yeah, it's just, you can tell which ones are popular and, people have been waiting for, especially when new sets were announced. Gilligan Island Lego set, please, says Chris Vick. Ooh, that would be a fun one. That kind of, if you've seen any of the One Piece sets, there's that One Piece set where they're on like a straw thatched kind of roof hut thing by the beach. That kind of thing seems like they could reuse some pieces there and make a Gilligan's Island. That's a fun idea, Chris Vick. You might have to propose that to Lego if it hasn't been proposed proposed yet. The Gilligan Island Lego set, that would be cool. Not Emerald says, I'm also excited for the Old Town. I heard it will go off on sale December 31st, 2028. Oh my goodness. We're looking way into the future. I might get it for my birthday if my dad allows it. Well, you got a couple years to convince him if that's the right date, the end of 2028. So, funny things you find that you just can't pass up on. So, Lord of the Rings. We built up some Lord of the Rings sets. Just wanted to show you guys this for fun. We built up some Lord of the Rings sets over the summer. We did 2 live streams of Lord of the Rings. We did the Barad-dûr set and we did the Shire, and then we did, or not in this order. Actually, we started with the Shire, then we built a Rivendell, which is an awesome set. Didn't see that at the Lego store either, man. I think only the Barad-dûr set was there on the shelves. So people were buying like crazy, either right before Christmas or after, but a lot of stuff not there. And then we built the Barad-dûr. That was like the highlight of our summer live stream. Because if we were able to finish the Rivendell set and increase our subscribers, so don't forget to like the Brick Therapy live stream and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I see quite a few watching in the background, so please remember to like if you like talking about Lego, talk about collecting Lego, some sets like Not Emerald's making a list for, or Just Ninjago and Chris Vick. So yeah, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. So the Bardoor set, when that first got released back in 2024, the summer of 2024, it came with a gift for purchase, the Fell Beast. And of course that set, which I thought was surprising how quickly that sold out, because that's almost a $500 set. But of course, there are a lot of people who just save the money or spend on the credit card and buy the Lego. And so it came with a awesome gift with purchase, the Fell Beast. So if you've ever seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy, a lot of people have. The second movie, the Fellowship, or no, the Two Towers, they had the Fell Beast, you know, the ring race, the guys in the really dark cloths that are hunting down the ring and trying to get Frodo. But in the second movie, they show up flying these dragon-looking beasts across the sky to look for the ring. So they upgraded from horses to these flying dragons. So one of the gift with purchases that came out was a Fell Beast, one of those dragon sets. If you first bought the Bardoor set on its release, so that was like June 1st, I think, maybe, of 2024. So, and I have not seen, sounds like some people said it was re-released again, but I have not seen it. So thanks for the 5 likes, guys. But then I found an alternate brick, a knockoff set of the Fell Beast. Tell me what you think. I had to buy it. I couldn't resist. It was only $12. Whoops. Oh, maybe that's a bad sign already. So it comes with a platform, just a little platform that you can stand it on. Nothing too exciting, something you could probably recreate on your own. But then you have the Fell Beast itself, and dragon build, decent build, a lot of the bricks. The funny thing is, with this alternative knockoff set, a couple things are missing, like the talons that go either here in the wing, one should be here and nowhere to be found, and one of the talons down here on the right foot. If you have several Lego sets, you probably would have an extra one of these laying around. So that's it for missing pieces. So that's pretty good. And the wings are kind of flimsy. I don't know how they are in the real set. These are like kind of plasticky, not too fragile, but just kind of like plastic lined paper. And this is the set. You could buy the real thing for probably, I'm sure, on eBay or Bricklink for probably going around $100 or so, because the scalpers, they buy up these sets right away and don't give you a chance if you're trying to save money. But yeah, the whole gift with purchase thing is kind of controversial in that way, because how can everyone get these sets right away? So there it is on the platform. So it goes on a platform, but the price was, had to check it out, 12 bucks, something like that. But I don't think the head is right. It comes with a faceless minifigure head, but I think it should be black. But in this one, it's just regular yellow kind of color. And then the funny part, in addition to kind of the flimsy build sort of thing, is I know it's going to be backwards, but the name, the Lord of the Rings, and it's a Feel Beast. So I was surprised I actually got a box for this. So yeah, if you wanted to buy, and you can tell there's the head. It should be a dark gray or black color minifig head, but it came with a yellow one. So anyway, if you wanted to experience the build, the alt brick version, knockoff version, the AliExpress version is only 12 bucks. To me, it was a fun purchase. And you get the same build, obviously not a collector's item when it's a knockoff version, but the sword's pretty impressive. And then you have to replace the minifig head, because that just doesn't look right. So there you go. So thanks for being here, guys. Let's build this Ninjago set. Bag two it is, the Ninjago Dragons Rising. bag 2 of this set. And don't forget, if you get a Lego set and you're, a Lego insider, you want to collect Lego, if it's a Lego specific set, like a Lego license set that they made, I don't think you get these QR codes. But if you get one on the front of your instructions, then you get 20 insider points. So don't forget to add those to your account when you join. If you join the Lego Insiders, when you join the Lego Insiders, you get points for the set itself. If you buy it directly from Lego, you get a lot of points, especially if you get a big Lego set, such as the Creel House, like that has just been released and now sold out. Very crazy. Mr. P, welcome. Hello, hello. The Old Town is already out, says Not Emerald. Oh, okay, because you said December 2028, so I guess that was a typo. So yeah, I'll have to look at that one, Not Emerald. I didn't realize that. So is the Old Town, wait, what is the Old Town? What theme is that? Is that Ninjago or is that One Piece? What is the Old Town? Let me look at it. The Old Town set. Something that already came out. So that's the one you're saving up for. Oh yeah, the Old Town 15th anniversary. Got it. I don't know why that didn't come to mind. It is the Ninjago set. Yeah. So yeah, we went to the Lego store today just to see what was there. Basically window shop. Yeah, so it's Ninjago. Got it. That does look cool. It's what is it, a $300 set? Yeah, 300 or 299. Yeah, so if you get those larger Lego sets, I was talking about insider points. For that set, you would get a 1,900, or you get 1,950 Lego insider points. So you're talking about close to a $15 coupon right there, or a $15 discount towards your next Lego purchase, which is pretty cool. It's interesting. Looking on the Lego website right now, they still have the Stranger Things radio station gift will purchase as an offer, which doesn't make sense because you can't get it unless you buy the Creel set, which is out of stock. So I don't know what Lego's doing there. It's kind of gonna throw people off because they'll go on the website and think, oh, cool, I didn't have to, join in the FOMO and try and buy that thing at midnight. I guess if you really wanted this set, you would have tried to buy it then, but for whatever reason, the gift with purchase still shows up on the Lego website. It should say it's sold out as well. I don't know why it keeps popping up as an offer. But yeah, that 15th anniversary Old Town set for Ninjago looks great. I'm hoping for Ninjago because as a lot of you guys know, I've said it pretty much every live stream that my favorite set is the Ninjago City, the first modular that came out for the Ninjago series, based on the Ninjago movie. And since then, they've done some really cool modulars to kind of stick with that theme, like the Ninjago City Docks, the Ninjago City Gardens, the City Markets, and I think it's the Workshop one. So they've got quite a few of those. I'm hoping that they do another one. That would be, or maybe do one more. I don't know, because that, those are expensive sets, but one more cool Ninjago modular would be amazing. Although this 15th anniversary Old Town set, maybe that's the big Ninjago set. Although they've done other Ninjago sets in that price range that don't have to be related to the Ninjago modulars. So we'll see. Yes, Ninjago is great. I got the Old Town after standing in line for an hour and a half, says the Ant-Man channel. You got that. Hopefully, Ant-Man channel, you got a gift with purchase as well, because they are advertising a couple other gift with purchases to go with all these sets. There's that parade car and actually a Lunar New Year set, which kind of would go with the Ninjago theme. But yeah, an hour and a half. It was, I think it was probably worth it, Ant-Man, if you really wanted that set, because we went, like I said, as I started the live stream, we went today to the Lego store just to see what's there, and there's nothing. Like literally, the Creel House is on display and gone. The gift with purchase is obviously gone. The the 2 Speed Champions cars, the Lightning McQueen, and the Back to the Future set is gone. All the Ninjago sets that, you know, they advertise, the blacksmith house. Although is that coming out later in January? Maybe that's why that wasn't there. But it wasn't on. Actually, no Ninjago sets were on this shelf. Maybe like 1 or 2. You could get the Ninjago module. That was still on this shelf. But speaking of Ninjago, oh, that got a little cool little baby dragon here to go with this set. So nothing on the scale of the Creel house, but we are building up this cool Ninjago Dragons Rising, a gift from my son for Christmas, 71829, Lloyd's Lloyd's Green Forest Dragon. Very cool so far. Got the first part of the dragon built up, and we got Lloyd back to his regular green outfit, which is great. And the Dragonstone Shrine is finished. Such a great set. It's worth holding up to the camera one more time here, since I added the botanical part, all the foliage of the cherry blossom looking plant and trees. You got Master Wu there. There's Lloyd hiding in the background. There's Lloyd in his white ninja suit. Euphrasia getting some refreshment or preparing the tea for the ninjas, or both. And just a lot of cool build elements to this. Even the dragon throwing up water or a waterfall, however you want to describe that. It's a great build, and some, you know, cool manipulative pieces to the set. So this set was $120 on Lego for the longest time, and then we got it for sale for under $50, which was awesome. And then I showed some of you guys, I had to get the knockoff Feel Beast. I know it's backwards, but it says Feel Beast, Lewd of the Rings, the Fell Beast. You know, the gift of purchase that you could have gotten if you purchased the Barador set. So it was quite funny to get this. I had to get it. It was $12. Get the knockoff version. Get the knockoff version of the Feel Beast, the Fell Beast. But this is you can tell. Whoa, there we go. Just totally knocked off the platform. But there's the wrong headpiece for sure. The sword is pretty impressive though. All right, so let me build bag 2. Welcome, John Powell. Alexandria, awesome to see you here. Alexandria says, hello to everyone. The currency difference is insane for me. The Old Town is $399. Holy cow. So not Emerald. For the US, it's basically $300. So not Emerald, is that in Canadian dollars or Australian dollars? That is crazy. Good to see all you guys here. I'm not 3 anymore, says Not Emerald. Well, the Old Town is 6, so I might steal my father's credit card and buy it. Just kidding. Canadian dollars it is, Not Emerald. I was curious yesterday because Never Told for Lego said yesterday he was mad at Lego, and I wonder if he tried to get something through Lego.com and it was the US site, and for whatever reason, he couldn't get it shipped to him. So I don't know. Can you guys actually, well, not with the tariffs thing, maybe not. Can you guys in Canada order from the US site and take advantage of getting Lego a little bit less expensive? Or is it the equivalent? It's just because the currency exchange is different. I know when we lived abroad in Europe, sometimes I'd see not just Lego, but just consumer items for less of a price in the UK. So like Amazon UK versus Amazon whatever country in Europe, Amazon Spain or whatever. And sometimes, you know, you could do the price comparison and get a cheaper price from one of the other countries. So I don't know if Canada and US, if you can pull that off. Probably not. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the 2 separate sites. So, all right. So our first minifigure for the bag 2 of the Ninjago set is this guy here. What is his name? This is Dragonian Scout. So he's just, I guess he's just an underling. The Dragonian Scout with a pretty sweet mohawk going on there and some pretty substantial shoulder armor there as well. Sort of samurai-esque, I guess you could say. Canadian dollars. Noah says, how do you feel about getting an 8,000 piece Minas Tirith set this year? Hey Noah, welcome. Thanks for being here. No, that's a good question. I don't have a strong opinion yet. When we were building up the Bardor set over the summer and doing our live streams and talking about Lord of the Rings as a theme, we already, or you guys probably did too, started to hear rumors. Actually, Alexandria, I think you told us about it, that Lego was in the works, or the word was, I'm sure Lego let the rumor get out there. Hey, this looks familiar from, oh, it could be an arrow tip, or I feel like the Marvel set, this came with the blue guy, Yondu. This was like his little arrow that he would whistle and send through all the bad guys. Anyway, it's part of the Dragonian Scouts weaponry here. But yeah, Minas Tirith, the concept, the idea, the set sounds awesome. And so Noah, that's one aspect. So yeah, I'd love to see it, see the first few pictures of it released by Lego and then kind of make my decision. But the idea sounds impressive. 8,000 pieces, right? Now, here's the thing. Before that, using the Lego Star Wars as an example, Lego Star Wars, when the talk was that they're gonna make a UCS Death Star, and you heard like 10,000 pieces and the price it was gonna be, and over 30 minifigures and all that, the excitement, the anticipation, the curiosity of like, oh, that's gonna be awesome. In fact, last spring when we were at the Lego store and I was asking the Lego store employee, like, what would be a better buy, the UCS Millennium Falcon or the Titanic? Just trying to compare large scale sets. I know there's a $200 price difference between the two, but he's like, no, you should, if you're ready to spend that much, wait for just another couple months, and in the fall, or actually like 6 more months, in the fall, the UCS Death Star is going to be released. And he kind of made it sound like it was a sort of a rumor, and then going to Bricks and Minifigs, I asked a guy there, and he said, no, it's true. It's going to be released. It's going to be more of a Master Builder set, but it's going to be definitely a Death Star. And so thinking it was going to be a sphere. And now you fast forward to October when it was released. Even before it was released, we saw the real design, and it definitely was not what people expected. So I'm holding out any excitement or opinion on that Minas Tirith set. Right now we have the numbers, right? What was it? $600 or so, probably the same price as the Titanic. 8,000 pieces. That could sound impressive, or it could sound like a very mid, like in terms of like a 5 out of 10 type of Lego set where it's that Hogwarts castle kind of scale. So yeah, I don't know, Noah. Good question though. What about you? You think it'll be worth it? I gotta hope it's getting shipped to my current home, says Not Emerald. The Ninjago set is coming his way. Noah says, personally, I just hope it's better than Rivendell because that set is the standard. Yeah, the Rivendell set is awesome. I like the Bardor set as well. But if it's like kind of like a Rivendell set with that kind of base, and then I guess the city would have to be more of a midi-size scale type of mountain, with the city kind of going up in the background, but more of a perspective, like a forced perspective than like real play set skill. That'll be interesting. I just don't want it to end up looking like a volcano. I want it to look like a city. So I'm sure some art or conceptual art will get out there, or maybe it's already out there. I haven't researched it, so that would be interesting. John Powell says, Noah, that's not happening. It's going to be like Barador. Okay, so it's going to be more like a tower. Like not a tower, not a mountain built out of a mountain, but like an actual tower. That, and if it's 6,000 pieces, let's see. Barador was more like 5,000. Let me look up Barador. What are the stats on Barador? Barador, $459. So it's gonna be bigger than Barador though. So Barador is 5,000 or over 5,000 pieces, 5,471 pieces, 10 minifigures. If it's like Barador, the dimensions gotta be a little bit bigger though. Cause if it's gonna be more like 8,000 pieces and $600, it could be, maybe it'd be double the size of Barador. Now or times 1.5 of that tower. That might be cool. Now we're talking, Noah. The Death Slice is a meme. Nice, Noah. I just wanted a Death Star 2 remake, like 500. I know, that's what I was hoping for. I was really hoping for another one of those Death Stars, like the play scale size, the one that, when did they retire that? Like 2017. Some people said it was retired in 2020 or 2021. There's no way, because it would have been totally, more people would have bought it. There's no way it lasted that long. The $650 price tag tells you a lot, says John Powell. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Since the Titanic is that price range, I'm thinking it has to be more than Barador. So I guess we'll see. It's hard to know. Not Emerald giving us the play-by-play. I think my set arrived. Never mind. John Powell says, just like Barador, because the micro front with 4 little rooms with figs in the back. Okay, so it sounds like, let me look it up. Is there already leaked pictures of what it's gonna look like? If it looks like a volcano, that'd make me laugh. Lego Minas Tirith, what will it look like? Are there images? If there are images, there's some people who have their idea. I don't know if any of these are valid. It kind of looks like a glorified Helm's Deep build, and it looks like they have, is it supposed to come with a miniature? Yeah, so it looks like it's more on the micro scale, and it comes with a, what do they call those? Siege towers from the orcs as a side build. It almost looks like a Trojan horse. I don't know. That'll be interesting. That'll be a big disappointment if it looks like that. We'll see. Just Ninjago says, gotta go. Just Ninjago, thanks again for checking in, being here, man. Noah says, no, I'm talking about the $500 remake of the 2005. Oh, the Death Star 2. So not the play scale one, the other UCS where it was just an outward sphere. So not a play set. That design looks okay. It'd have to be half and half for me. I want some minifigures with it. But I could see, yeah, for display piece, I could see that one being a good one. John Powell says, no 8,000 pieces at 650. It means studs and cheese slopes. Yeah, so a lot of like 1x1 type scale pieces. Noah says, I really wish Lego would remake the UCS Imperial Shuttle because paying $2,000 to $3,000 for that set is ridiculous. Gotta blame the people who just buy up stuff. There's a huge aftermarket for people who will pay any price, I guess, for their Lego collection. It's crazy. You see these Creel House, the one that just got released, and people are already selling it on eBay for, $100 over the price, or I guess depends on where you are, maybe 100 pounds over the price. And I guess there's a market for it. That theme I'm not interested in, so I probably I won't even get that set, but the amount of hype that went into that set, it definitely was real. We went to the Lego store today to just look at, there was nothing to look at, to be honest. It was like totally cleaned out. But yeah, there is a huge fandom, and I guess people have gotten used to, it's almost like the Apple effect, the iPhone effect of you know, when iPhones first came out, probably all the way till, I don't know, maybe up until the iPhone 10, you know, where people would wait in line outside the Apple store to get the first iPhone in their hands. And then there'd be scalpers in line already buying those darn things and selling them for 3 times the price right away. So whatever that was, that's kind of transferred over to Lego. Or maybe it's been that way for a while, but it hasn't worn off. Hey, Balaban, welcome. Doing well, man. Good to see you here. Not Emerald says, I'm so glad 2026 is here. 2025 was pure brain rot. Oh no. Well, I could probably think of a few examples of what you mean, not Emerald, but we don't want to bring those up, do we? Noah says, literally only Lego's second real Stranger Things set ever. Yeah, the other one was the Upside Down House or whatever it was called. Was that thing as popular? That one, again, a very kind of interesting concept. If you're just strictly in a model building, you know, not just a Stranger Things fan, it was kind of cool to see an upper and lower version of the structure. But I remember that thing going on sale. So I don't know if that one was as popular, but probably to tie in, you know, Lego knew what they were doing with the whole TV show coming to an end, you know, with a season finale, or I think the end of the show completely. That probably added to the hype. Arnold is here. Let's go. Noah says, wouldn't be surprised if it was their last real one. You mean the Stranger Things one? So, all right. It's taken me a while. I just did. I love the fact that there's a lot of these pieces here, these shield pieces. One on the side there for this dragon. It's like Lloyd's dragon has armor to it. You know, as we talk Lego, there is a build going on here. Very simple one. 71829. Lloyd's dragon. Lloyd's green dragon. Lloyd's green forest dragon. Christmas gift from Little Brick Therapy here. And then we'll see. This was on the list for the next build. This is a set I've had in the backlog, the Harry Potter Astronomy Tower. And no new 2026 sets for me waiting. Haven't been too, I know some people were excited about some of the 2026 sets. I am, but I don't need those like January 1st. So the Ninjago sets, the Blacksmith House would probably be the one set on my wish list that I would, you know, seek out to buy. Not right away though. I am in no hurry to get anything. Tommy's here. Awesome, Tommy. John Powell says, yep, that's it for the Stranger Things sets. That's the Creel House is the last one. Non-Emerald says, I'm glazing Ninjago right now for real. Tommy is here. Arnold says, do you remember me when you're building the Ninjago set? Yes, Arnold, I remember you. Here it is, by the way. Noah says, speaking of it being 2026, I hope Lego acknowledges the 10th anniversary of Rogue One. I'm going to be spending some money if Lego does a UCS set from that movie. So yeah, they did. Let's see, what would be a good UCS set for Rogue One? Let's see, they've got Darth Vader's castle from that movie. You think would they do a UCS like structure for Star Wars, not just a ship? Would they do a UCS structure, kind of like, I think it was more of a master builder, like the Tatooine, what was it called? Or no, Mos Eisley. The Mos Eisley set, that was a UCS or a master builder set, but that's a Noah, you got some good topics to discuss. Tommy says, like and subscribe. Thanks, Tommy. Thanks for the 11 likes. So if you just joined, thanks for the reminder. I'm gonna pin that. Thanks to Tommy. Like and subscribe the live stream where we talk Lego. We got some cool topics going on. The Lord of the Rings, the talk of what's going on with the New Year's releases, Stranger Things, Ninjago, UCS U-Wing is what Noah's thinking for the UCS set for a Rogue One set. Or Master Builder set, the Jetta would go crazy too. John Powell says, I've got like 4 or 5 of that astronomy tower. Oh, John Powell. So you got this one went on sale several times over the, until it got retired. And so I think the right before it got retired, it went on a pretty good discount from Lego. So yeah, this one has, let's see, 8 minifigures as well. And I think I got a few of this series of builds, not just the Astronomy Tower, but there's a few others that came in this theme of the Hogwarts, kind of like each section of Hogwarts. But yeah, John Powell, what did you modify all those, or did you wanted to have that many sets to work with later? Very cool. So I just like the build. Again, it's kind of like, for me, most things. I don't know the canon for Harry Potter, but the builds look great. It kind of, it when it when it kind of references a historical period of architecture, like these, kind of like a Gothic look, and the builds are really good. Like the what is it, the Great Hall? I think that was one of the first Harry Potter sets that I remember being released. The one where all the houses have their banners, and it's kind of like a stained glass window, I want to say, on one side, and then the long benches for all the students, and then there's like kind of a stage, and then the head magicians, or the professors, have their seating at the end of the stage, kind of like a Cambridge or an Oxford University type of look. So just the way those sets have been designed, and like the stone color of the buildings, that's what attracted me to the Harry Potter theme, and it's been going strong for a while here. So I should have. I did a video recently of Lego regrets and missing out on certain sets, either because they retired before I got back into Lego, or I just couldn't buy it at the time. But recently, I think it was in September or late August or September, that Diagon Alley, the larger scale, the play scale town of all those houses and buildings, that went on sale for almost, I want to say almost half price, maybe like 40% off. That was a great deal. Lego was offloading that, and that thing had been out for the longest time, probably over 5 years. And again, just so many fun architecture elements to Harry Potter, which would have been a fun build to have. But yeah, holding off on big sets. We had just gotten the Bardor set over the summer, and if I don't get that blacksmith Ninjago set this year, that's fine. So there's always something that catches your eye with Lego. Sometimes for me it's right away, such as the oh gosh, well, like the blacksmith house. I was trying to think of something a little bit earlier than that, or like the Rivendell set. Just like, I'm gonna get that. You want that set right away, or as soon as you can get it. But this time at the Lego store, maybe because it was totally cleaned out, but they had the Disney Beauty and the Beast castle. I was looking at that with my daughter, and we thought that would be a fun build to add to our collection and build together. But yeah, anyway, that kind of distracted me. And it's too expensive. I don't know. It's almost $300. So, But I just want to get a UCS set. So yeah, as you were bringing up earlier, a UCS set for Star Wars. I want to get I don't have a UCS set. I'd love to add that to our collection. Green Hair. Oh my goodness. Green Hair says, hey, did you all see the Lord of the Rings helmet leak? No. Man, you guys are up to date with everything. Not Emerald says, do not know what to say. Oh, that's okay, Not Emerald. You can say Ninjago. John Powell says, oh, okay, for Harry Potter, bought a bunch of the castle sets when they were retiring for parts. Oh, the Lion Knight's castle. Got about 30 total. Whoa. John Powell, I know you've shared your collection with, I think, Brick Together and others who know about it. If you ever want to post a picture of your setup, that would be awesome to see what you got. on the community page if you want to. Noah says, actually, a UCS Hammerhead Corvette could be cool. It's that one ship that rams the 2-star destroyers into each other in Rogue One. I have to look that one up. No, I can't picture that one. That sounds awesome. Tommy says a UCS First Order Heavy Walker. That would be cool. Low key might get a random Lego set, says Not Emerald. Oh, going into the Marvel theme. Not Emerald says, oh, wait, the 2019 Monastery set. Yes, I want that one a lot, but it's gone. Not Emerald says, I also most definitely want to get the Superjet, Aaron's Superjet, and maybe something else. There's so much, isn't there? Green Hair says, and Sauron is coming. Green Hair with the Lord of the Rings info. Arnold says, I brought the new Spider-Man train set. Oh, that's a good one, too. That one's been on sale. So, not bad, depending on where you got it from. Noah says, I'm going to need at least 50% discount on the Spider-Man train set. Well, if it's the one I'm thinking of, the recent released one, it's down to 40 some dollars. I don't know what the original price was. I think it was more like 60. So still pretty good discount. John Pell says, no Harry Potter castle sets, although I do have 2 Lionites castles. Noah says, I do love that Tobey Maguire minifigure though. So many cool sets. Yeah, that Spider-Man train battle is, I'm pretty sure I'm picturing the same one, is on sale. Never Told for Lego says, you just missed my big haul stream. If it's on YouTube, I will check it out. Never Too Old for Lego. I'll leave a like. I can't subscribe again, but what did you share? What did you get? And then, for Ninjago, Not Emerald says, and then we also have Kai's Fire Mech and Zane's Ultra Combiner Mech. You can't go wrong. There's so much for Ninjago to, they just got so many cool builds. And the fact is, like, I was looking today, I think it was on Amazon. If you want to get into Lego and just enjoy building Lego again, Ninjago has got some great prices. They're not as expensive as the other themes, unless you know, even the bigger sets like the modulars. I think Ninjago's got, as far as all the themes go, some decent prices. Of course, it's not an outside theme or license that they have to deal with. But yeah, Ninjago builds are great. I love it with all the sets that were related to the Ninjago movie set, like Destiny's Bounty, the Ninjago city build itself, all these city docks, and one I put in our video, the Temple of the Ultimate Weapon. Oh, I'll have to track down that set and see if it's out there for sale. Noah says, my favorite non-Star Wars set of all time is the Concorde jet. Oh, okay. See, that kind of falls in line for me with the Titanic, where mostly I would want to get a large-scale Lego set that comes with minifigures, but the Titanic, the build by itself looks awesome. Noah says, I have the UCS Millennium Falcon, which is just the greatest set of all time. Noah, you know that is on that's my most wanted list. I go between a lot of other sets, but I keep coming back to it. I need and want to build a UCS set. That the way you shared your enthusiasm for that set. It's like, yes, that has got to be in the Brick Therapy collection at some point. So yeah, how was the build for that? Noah? A couple others have shared their experience saying there's some challenging parts to it, but at the same time, just a great build. And if it's like the greatest of all time, that's awesome. That's like one of those marquee sets in your collection. You know, if you're gonna be a long-time Lego collector, it's like, even if you have other themes, that's got to be the one, a highlight of your overall collection, it sounds like. So very cool. When that set got released, did they do or was it before gift for purchases were a thing? So when that second edition of the UCS Millennium Falcon came out, did they do a gift for purchase with that? The set is awesome. And you get like two versions of the crew, right? Like you get the I guess the original crew, like from the Star Wars New Hope crew piloting the ship, and then you get the what was the second trilogy called? The first movie in the second trilogy, but you get that crew as well. I think that's what comes with that UCS set. But yeah, the ship though looks so great. Doesn't have all the sections for inside, but I think there are some inside sections that you can display. And Never 12 for Lego was telling me there are some non-Lego brands that do have that are UCS scale size Millennium Falcon also, but I got to go with the Star Wars one. For my first UCS, I got to go with the Star Wars one. There's so many more, says not Emerald. Yes. Never 12 for Lego says, just got a huge dragon so I can play with the Ninjago people. Nice. Never 12 for Lego. The dragon is very cool. Oh, is it the, I have to look it up. There was one that caught my eye last year. Of course, it wasn't at the store, the Lego store today, because everybody bought everything. It was quite impressive how cleared out. Not the Dragon of Life. No, there was one. There it is. The Guardian Dragon. Did you happen to get that one? Never 12 for Lego. The Guardian Dragon. Let's see. Set number 71847. That one looks sweet. The thing is tall too. And the stand it's on. And it looks like it comes with a Master Wu. Anyway, that's the one I'm picturing when you say the big dragon. Let's see. Not Emerald says... Then there's the Creel House. I might get for like a role playing and doing videos. We also have City Markets. Yes. Destiny's Bounty. The new, newish Ninjago ship. Is it just called the Bounty? Actually, that's a movie. What is that called? The Ninjago ship. It's like the Bounty. Oh, we gotta look it up. But it reminds me of the old Destiny's Bounty. The Temple Bounty, that's it. The Temple Bounty set 71848. That one looks awesome. So, gosh, that one kind of reminds me of the Destiny's Bounty. I think the sails are a little bit smaller. Maybe not as much detail. The shape's a little different, but yeah. Oh, great sets. I'm glad we have some of those in our collection. It's fun to hear what you guys have too. My favorite flying ship is probably the Misfortunes. That one keeps it cool. Green Hair says, you don't need a UCS Falcon. Are you kidding me, Green Hair? Noah says, it's fun except for bag 2. Okay, there's a little bit of a preview into the build of the UCS Millennium Falcon. Hey, Gavin, welcome. Glad you're here talking all the Lego themes. Brick together. Good to see you here. Let's see. Got Noah saying bag 2 is literally bag 2 is literally building the same thing 6 times over. Other than that, it's not too monotonous. Okay, so this is for the UCS set. Good to note. Brick together. How was your New Year? How was your Christmas? I saw you guys live stream a few days ago. Did you guys get sucked into the January 1st release day? I was at the Lego store today, and that place was cleaned out. They had some of the older sets, pretty much a few botanicals, some of the architecture sets. The new modular was the only thing on the shelf still standing. I guess that one just not speaking to people right now. So it's kind of funny. Green Hair says, if I recall, when the UCS Falcon came out, the first handful of people who bought it got an exclusive minifig. That's all black with a Falcon silhouette on the shirt and a display. Rumors it's retiring. Oh, okay, Green Hair. Yeah, I was wondering. So yeah, I asked, what was the was there even a gift with purchase when the second UCS Millennium Falcon was released? Was there an actual gift with purchase or not? So it sounds like maybe the start of some GWPs back then. Interesting. UCS is only Star Wars. Yeah, that's That makes sense. I'm thinking just in terms of, if you're going back to when I was saying like the Titanic, just those sets that are on that huge Ultimates collector series size, like the Avengers Tower, also not at the Lego store. So yeah, people were spending some, I assume, spending some money. We went to the Lego store the New Year's Eve, and then we went to the Lego store today, and equally disappointing. Like they just didn't have anything. I mean, they had, they had some smaller sets. It was actually probably better for families if they're just taking their younger kids there. There was a lot of small sets, but yeah, none of the main ones people had probably been waiting for. So yeah, there are rumors of the UCS set retiring, it sounds like. Interesting. Brick Therapy, did you have a good New Year's? Yes, we did. Thanks, Brick Together. We did. Did a live stream New Year's Eve, and then yeah, celebrated New Year's, and then now building a small Lloyd's Dragon Ninjago set that my son gave me for Christmas, and finished the Dragonstone Shrine. So many cool builds. No 2026 sets in our collection just yet. So yeah, hope you guys also had a good New Year's. Brick Together, you guys too. Noah says, yeah, it's retiring in December. So there's 1 year left of the current UCS Millennium Falcon. Do you think they'll release a third edition then? Are there rumors of a third UCS Millennium Falcon coming out is my question. No worries, not Emerald. We're still here. Did you finish the Malfoy Manor? Who's building that? You can get the UCS Falcon copy for $100. That's true. Actually, you guys would appreciate this. I don't know when you guys came on, but I had to buy this knockoff Lord of the Rings Fell Beast. You know, the GWP that came out with Bardor, or the Feel Beast. You gotta love that. So here's the knockoff build, 12 bucks. Kind of fun, although his Ringwraith head is not looking very imposing. Should be a black or gray head, don't you think? So yeah, 12 bucks. The wings aren't, I guess the wings are a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. The Ninjago Dragon, probably a better comparison to those two. So yeah, just a fun thing to show off. Just finished the Stranger Things, says Brick Together. Oh my goodness, so you guys got it too. Wow, so it sounds, Royal, how did you get that? Brick Together, how did you get that set so fast? Let's see, did you decide what you were going to put where the Winter Village was? So, oh, that might not be for me. Let's see, Green Hair says, set 5005747, black VIP frame card display. Polybag runs about $300 on Bricklink. Okay, so that was the original GWP, I guess, with that UCS Falcon. Brick Together says, we got the Creel House, the Hospital Wing, and a few other sets. Holy cow, Brick Together, you guys. So it sounds like if you ordered it, then you got your order quick. I am impressed with the shipping, at least for where we are in California. It's been really fast. Not Emerald says, then we have the Dragon of Life, which in my opinion, it's just mid. Tommy says the brick crawl was amazing. Very cool. Brick Together says the Dragonstone Shrine was a nice build. It was our first Ninjago set. Have you done other Ninjago themes before, Brick Therapy? Yes. The Ninjago City, the original modular, and all the modulars that have followed. I think, well, obviously my favorite set of all time is the Ninjago City itself. No matter what theme you bring up, that will always be my favorite. So yeah, I've done quite a few smaller Ninjago sets, but yeah, this Dragonstone Shrine was great, and of course the price we got it for was even better. Like at Costco, it was like under $50. I want to say it was like $45 or something. I'm like, get that off the shelf, put that in the basket. Break Together says, when I said we finished Stranger Things, I meant this show. Oh, got you. Okay. I heard it was kind of a mid ending, but I don't watch the show, so I don't know. I have literally never seen a second Stranger Things, says Noah. Yeah, I don't know much about it either. I've seen the Lego sets, the first one that was out, gosh, about what, 7 years ago? Green Hair says, went to order the AXP GP car at 12:15, right after midnight. It was already back ordered. Have yet to trek to the store in person to look for it. Anything else I'm waiting for? Double points. Yeah, I'm assuming, when do you guys think double points will come out again? February? Wait, there's a Ninjago City set, non-Emerald says? Yes, there is. It's, well, I don't know what you're picturing, not Emerald, but it's if you saw the Ninjago movie that was, I don't know, 2017 or something like that. The big tower city build in the movie, that's what I'm talking about. That set came out that year. So yeah, the Ninjago City set. Let me give you the set number just in case, or one of you guys probably know it faster than I do, but the Ninjago City is my fave of faves. That's my set of all time. I gotta have that set in my collection. And let's see, it's set 70620, Ninjago City. 70620. Let me just type it in here. Ninjago City 70620. Fave set of all time for BT23. Let's see, Brick Together says, so I've actually never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones, so I don't get the reference. Neither have I. So whatever you guys said, I missed that too. Not Emerald says, oh, I thought I liked the actual set. Are you getting the Old Town set, Brick Therapy? Hey, Brick Together. I don't know. I saw that on display today. It looks cool. It looks better actually than the pictures. When I first saw it, the pictures of its release, I'm like, like there's no interior. It's just like a big ring of builds around in a circle. I'll have to look more closely at the minifigures though. It was so crowded in the Lego store. It just didn't want to be in there very long. But yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe when, usually, actually, I don't know if those bigger sets ever go on sale. But I'm holding out for, if I do get another large scale Ninjago set, if they do another modular like the Ninjago City or the City Gardens or the City Docks or the workshops and all those type of sets, then yeah, I think I'll wait for that. Green Hair says, the longer they wait for double points, the happier my wallet is. Already want the whole new Star Wars wave, but holding off for May 4th on those. Nice, Green Hair. Yeah, I'm curious about the Star Wars promos and all of that for May the 4th as well. Noah says, stop watching Ninjago after season 10 because the ending was perfect. Nice, well said. You know what? That's how you do, that's how you know if you're really into a show or a series of movies. Like Marvel, the MCU should have stopped with Endgame. That's it. No more of these crazy movies. You know, the other thing is though, you get some cool Lego sets. I guess there's a side bonus, but the storylines are so yeah. Way to beat up a dead horse, Netflix, referring to Ninjago. Nice, Noah. Break Together, I think he won't get the Old Town actually. Yeah, I'm holding out. We'll see. So are you starting to build the big castle next, Brick Therapy? Ooh, which one, Brick Together? Is that the Lion's Castle? Well, this is in the lineup. I don't know though. I was thinking this Harry Potter set because it's been in our backlog. And I do have the modular. I was excited about those modulars. And then when we started building up, before we started building up the Christmas sets, actually, I have another Ninjago set in mind to build up. So maybe I'll do that next. It's kind of fun to have this dilemma, what to build next. 3D printer guy. Psh, I don't get Legos. No worries, 3D printer guy. It sounds like you could make some if you got a 3D printer. They are so complicated. Lego Technic is complicated. Regular Lego is just fun. That's why we call it Brick Therapy. The builds are great. My favorite Ninjago set is the Supersonic Raider, set 9449. Change my mind, says Noah. Noah throws down the gauntlet. Let's see what that one is. 9449. I like the fact that it's an old school set, Noah. When the set number is only 4. Let's see. Is it the Ultrasonic Raider? Oh, it's another Ninjago set. Let's see how many. What are the comparisons? 622 pieces. Ultrasonic set. Looks very cool. It's a vehicle type build. I'm not going to change your mind on that one, Noah. That looks cool. But for me, the Ninjago City has a lot to it. It's a modular build, which I love. It's got a lot of cool characteristics in each level. The comic book store, the sushi restaurant, the sushi conveyor belt at the top, the elevator, also, of course, the minifigs. That was like the first large scale Lego set I ever got, getting back into Lego as a grown up, as an AFOL. And then I got it, and when my kids and I were talking it up, we watched the movie together, and then I don't know, maybe about 8 months later, I was able to get this set called Lego in person. It was the only time I've ordered Lego on the phone. I wanted to make sure I got that set because it was right about the time it was going to retire. And then, yeah, so that set just got a strong personal connection with my kids and me too. So, and they walked over to my office and we carried it home. It was like we had just bought a new car or something. It was pretty exciting. So it's fun. Ryan says, "You remember me? Welcome back, Ryan." Very cool to see a lot of you guys coming back today. Tommy says, "I heard they're making a Spaceball too." Brick Together says, "I realized that as soon as he lifted the box." Oh, got you. So Brick Together, you thought it was the castle. So I do have the Lion Knight's castle though, Brick Together. Another one I'm like holding off on. I don't want to open the box yet, but I love Lego Castle. Another nostalgia personal set that I love so much because the oldest set I have in our collection is the yellow Lego Castle. If you want to talk about set numbers going back a long time ago, I think that's only a 3-number set. Let's see, what's it called? Yellow Lego Castle. I think it's like set number 377 or something like that. 375-2. Or, 6075. I guess it had different set numbers. Released in 1977 originally. Yeah, that set is, I love that set. Let's see, there, Tommy Mel Brooks is 99 years old, and they got Rick Moranis. Oh, so that's Spaceballs to come out for retirement also. Awesome. Ryan says, "Can you show me the Doctor Strange from the Lego set behind you?" Oh, yes, the no, not the Arkham Asylum. Oh my gosh, what's Doctor Strange's house called? The one, I have it in my mind. Arkham Asylum's Batman. Well, anyways, you guys will type it in there for me. What's it called? That one. Yes, that one. That is a cool set. There it is. Sanctum Sanctorum, that's it. I couldn't think of it. Sanctum Sanctorum. Yes, that set, when was that? A 2018 release set, or maybe a little bit earlier? That was another cool set. Found it at Costco. Got it for like 30% off or something. Said no debate in that one. Put that in the cart. Taking that home. Very cool. Break Together says, John Candy's son. Oh, you're talking about the Spaceball set. The only 2 limited Ninjago sets I'm probably gonna get. Oh my gosh, I lost it. Where did it go? Not Emerald says, the only 2 limited Ninjago sets I'm probably gonna get is Ninja Display and Blacksmith Shop. I'm with you on that one, Not Emerald. Those are the 2 ones for 2026. And then if they do, I don't know, I think maybe it's every 2 years. If they release another modular though, that one I'll have to put on my wish list. I don't know if I'll get it anytime soon. Alexander says, Dark Helmet rules. Pizza the Hut says, Brick Together. Brick Together says, give it 5 years and it'll be a thing, Tommy. Ryan Barber says, play. YouTube play. play mode. Sanctum Sanctorum. Thank you, Alexandria. It came to mind probably when you typed that. Spaceballs 2 Unlimited Untitled sequel is slated for 2027. Oh, wow. I had forgotten about that movie. The Search for More Money, for sure. Won the Sanctum in a raffle, and mine was a Christmas present from the hubby. Very cool green hair. So cool. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga for the Xbox. Gavin says, I have a banner from the game. Stop promoting the Lego. Oh, a banner. I have a banner from the game. Stop promoting the Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga for the Xbox. So many cool collector type themes, you guys. All right, I'm down to, I can do this. I can finish this set. So I love the discussion though. Thanks guys for the 18 likes. If you haven't liked the live stream, be sure to, especially if you're in the chat, be sure to leave a like. And if you're happening to come across this channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to our channel, BrickTherapy23. And just thanks guys for being here and adding to the Lego discussion. Also, watch our video. We did a video a few days ago called the 10 sets we missed out on. And our, sort of, oh, that looks cool. I love that banner flag. Even with Ninjago, you get these parts of the build you don't notice until you put the darn thing together. But I love this banner. But yeah, 10 sets we missed out on. I don't know if depending on where you guys are in the chat discussion, but another favorite set I would probably say ever for me, if I had it, would be the Apocalypseburg set from Lego Movie 2. So just so cool a build. Would love to have that set in my collection. I'll probably just look that up and get an alt brick version, but it's not the same. You guys know that it's not the same. All right, last part of Lloyd's set here is to add the wings, which are Technic pins connection. And ooh, Lloyd went flying. I caught him though. Should have known it wasn't easy. There we go. Lloyd, use my ninja skills to catch you in my lap, dude. There's Lloyd, the green ninja, one of the best. Jay's my favorite though, but Lloyd's pretty sweet. All the ninjas are pretty sweet. Kai, Zane, and there we go. The green dragon and baby dragon. What a fun build and a fun discussion. We got to the 20 likes. You guys, let me finish. Oh wait, and one bad guy. This guy's he's got no chance against Lloyd on a dragon, please. So we got 2 Ninjago sets here on the table. Finished builds between New Year's and of course Brick Therapy. And the 2 dragons here with a Harry Potter backdrop and our Lego builds in the background. So many good things. Mrs. Brick together. Hello. Psh, awesome. I assume Royals better half is here. That is so fun. I didn't know you had your own YouTube name. That's so cool. The Search for More Money. Is that the name of that Spaceball movie? Ryan says, I have an idea for a new Lego minifigure line in Stranger Things. The reason is because the cell quality and it will go well with the sets for Stranger Things, like the house sets. Very cool. There it is. John Powell says, hey, Brandy. Brandy, welcome. I don't know if you've joined our live stream before. Good to see you here. Brick Together says, hey, Brandy, fancy seeing you here. Ryan says, I have the Lego movie set you're talking about. It's in my storage. Oh, Ryan, why is it in your storage? The Apocalypseburg, that is a set I've wanted for years. That was a set. We were living overseas. I'm sure somebody liked it, unlike the live stream. That's hilarious. We were at 20 and now we're at 19. So re-like if you push the button. But yeah, Ryan, that set, oh my gosh, it came out and I don't know. It took a while seeing that built up at the Lego store, but the like the main part of the structure being the Statue of Liberty, and like a huge version of the Statue of Liberty. Oh, it looks so cool. And then when we were living in Europe at the time, I saw it on sale. Walmart had it dropped down to some crazy amount, probably like 120 bucks or something. I think originally it was like $250, and then they dropped it down to like 120 bucks. I'm like, I don't know if I should get it, and there's no way of getting it because I'd have to have it shipped to a family member's house. It'd be too complicated. And now I'm like, why didn't I just do it, man? So anyway, I missed out on that set. And then it like was sold out and done and retired and never coming back. And now it's like crazy. It's probably, I think it's close to $1,000 on the secondhand market. So I'll probably have to just stick with getting a knockoff version. Which the knockoff versions are okay. If you guys have ever bought some of those, they're okay. Some of the builds are great. I've had luck with the Ghostbusters headquarters, but then I got a couple other sets, some Nexonite ones for my son, and the minifigures are just not the best. Like you could break them trying to snap in the arms and hands, and then you don't get the full. I've always been missing brick pieces on those things, but you're paying like literally 10 to 15% of the actual price, which, is probably saying that they did not get that. They basically counterfeited the set. I'm still seeing 20 says break together. Okay. Ryan says, I'm letting it go up in price. Yeah, Ryan, you got an investment there, my friend. Well done. I bought a few sets like that. I'm hoping to resell later on. Like the Roman Colosseum is one example. Pavel says, it's me. Check. Welcome back, Pavel. Get us back to the 20 likes. Royal says it's there. I'm not sure why it's not. Ryan says, wait, it's $1,000. I had it in storage since the day it came. And so you still have it boxed, Ryan? Well, let's see. I can look on BrickLink. I'm sure used it's less than that, but new, if it's in the box, you have a little mini fortune in your collection then, my friend. Let's see. Welcome to Apocalypseburg. Let's see, going new. Okay. Latest price that it sold for new, $893. And then current ones for sale, max asking price, $1,395. So I guess depending on if you don't have a BrickLink store, I guess you could do it on Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, anywhere from $800 to over $1,000. The average price for new is just under $900. So, and there's only 40 or so for sale on BrickLink. So, yeah, I don't know, Ryan. I think you got some potential there. Brick Therapy, have you tried a Lumi brick set? No, I have not. I was considering, I think John Powell suggested the boxing ring one. That one looks, I think that's Lumi Bricks. That one looks pretty sweet. And I do have an Amazon gift card, so maybe. Ryan says, I misspell a lot. No worries, man. Lego Ninjago, Kai, Jay, Zane are so cool. And Naya. And Mr. Wu, says Paul. I agree. Raccoon? Awesome. No worries, Raccoon. I have to go soon. Haven't missed a single piece in the alternative sets. In fact, they have extra pieces. Oh, that's good, John Powell. So, like, alternative sets meaning the same theme, but just not Lego brand. Adelise is here. Welcome, Adelise. Ryan says, I have over 90 sealed Lego sets in my storage. Ryan, you got enough for a BrickLink store, my friend. And probably a small fortune in your storage, it sounds like. Baseball says, are you streaming in a different place? Yes, I am. This is kind of this was my Christmas build setup. And we have some of the Christmas sets still up there behind me. So yes. Brick Together says we have an affiliate link and a discount code if you decide to try one. We have been really impressed with them so far, and I think you might like some of the modulars. Awesome. Baseball is here. Adelise is here. Brick Together's got the affiliate link. I'll have to check that out. And Adelise just made a robot. Very cool. Well, hey, there we go. 20 likes. All right, guys. It's been an hour 20, so I'm going to sign off and consider a build for tomorrow. So I will see any of you guys who are around tomorrow. Thanks for staying up late with me, for those of you outside of the West Coast time zone, and enjoyed the discussion and building some Ninjago sets with you guys. Have a great January 2nd, January 3rd. Great time starting the new year.